What's up, everybody? NTCertified here, and today is Thursday, which means it's Tune In Thursday. It's actually Thursday morning right now. I probably won't upload this video until I get home from work, but I have an early dentist appointment, so I had a few extra minutes of time, got to sleep in a little bit later, so that's always a good thing. So my pickups today are going to be all retro games except for one. Going over some Panasonic 3DO games today, some games that I've never shown you previously, and I just pulled them out of the closet after looking through the closet for something else that I couldn't find. So I'm going to show those today. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So in one of my previous videos, I mentioned that I walked into a retro game store that's about 20 or 25 minutes away from me that I don't go to very often. And when I walked in, there was a Panasonic 3DO like on the counter, and they had it in demo mode. And I'd never seen a Panasonic 3DO up to that point, so I had to grab it. So I purchased it for, I want to say, like 80 bucks or so, which I think is a pretty decent price, given that it came with all the hookups and one of the special Gold Star controllers and everything. And I actually purchased a few games with it also, and I had to order a few online, and then I purchased like one from the store that they had along with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into those pickups. So the first game that I have for the Panasonic 3DO is a game called Blade Force, and this is in the original packaging. I actually purchased it sealed from eBay, and I can't remember how much it cost, but it's in awesome condition. And Blade Force is like a game that's set in the future. It's like a 3D open world game, and it has like 6 levels, and like one's a training level according to the back of the package. I don't know why they had to stress that there was one additional training level with the game, but I hooked it up and I played it just a little bit, and it was a really bad game. I mean, being honest, it was just a really bad game. Like, I was in this tank and I'm like riding around over these I don't know if you call it water or if you call it land. You really can't tell the difference between one or the other, but I don't know, it's just really boxy, and I don't know, I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy the game at all. It was just really spacey and boxy, and there wasn't a lot of excitement to it. But this was the first game that I had for the system, so great introduction, Panasonic, great introduction. Second game I had is a game called Shockwave 2, and this is more of like an aerial like game with aliens. I did not plug this one in yet, but I did crack it open just to see what some of the like what the manual looked like and what the disc looked like. Oddly, it's black and white. Like, there's no color to it, and that's just the way that the game came, in black and white, which is very odd. Like, if I saw this in like a game store, I would probably pass on it because it just stands out from the rest of the games, and it's just abnormal to me. But I haven't played this one yet, but this is another game that I have in my collection and I plan on playing. But judging from Blade Force, I don't have a lot of hopes for this particular game so far. The next game is a long box game, which is the first long box game that I have in my collection. And this is Twisted the Game Show by Electronic Arts. Now, this game is pretty much a game show, given by the name of the game. So I played it and plugged it in, and first thing that I noticed is that the graphics were decent. The graphics were really good for the 3DO's time. You go in and you choose like a specific character, and every character has like a silly like background story and a silly name. So I sat through all of the silly introductions, chose my character, and it reminds me of like Mortal Kombat, where they use the actual like body. I don't know what you call it, but like they use the actual people's like body capture, body movements, and that's what this game has. So while it's silly and the people are silly and the game show host is silly, the games themselves are not that fun. It gets super repetitive. Um, I mean, there's not much more I can say about it other than I played for about 20 minutes or so, and I got pretty bored within the first 20 minutes of the game. But graphically, the game looks awesome, and it plays well. Not super long loading screens either. So I mean, I gotta give it to that. I gotta give it to them for that. And you can play this with 4 players as well. So, and then the last game that I have for the 3DO is Street Fighter 2 Turbo, which is amazing. No complaints about Street Fighter. Everybody knows that Street Fighter is a classic game, and Street Fighter 2 is probably one of the best, if not the best, Street Fighter games that was ever made. Between this and Street Fighter Alpha, for me, these were the 2 best Street Fighter games, in my opinion. So, of course, I popped this in and I played this, and I'm horrible at Street Fighter games. I am so bad at Street Fighter games. Much better at Mortal Kombat. But this isn't about Mortal Kombat. This is about Street Fighter, and this game is amazing. This game was about $30 or so. So I'm not sure if I overpaid or underpaid. I should have looked it up before I purchased it. But you know, classic Akuma. Like the game looks good and it plays well also. So I'm really happy to have this particular game in my collection. And then I'll be picking up Street Fighter 2 on the Nintendo Switch as well. When that comes out, I believe that comes out in May. And then the last game that I have is a Nintendo Switch game. The Binding of Isaac. Now, I know that this is like a re-release and it's already been released like on Steam and stuff like that, but I wanted to get another game that I felt like I could actually dig into and really play on the Switch. And surprisingly, this is that game. I mean, there are like hundreds and hundreds of items you can collect. When you go into a game, no game is exactly the same because each room you go into changes with each time you go into it. So it came with a couple of special things. I mean, it has this interchangeable case. If you can see through that, it's like this is a more detailed case, and this is a more like a kid-friendly case, if you could say that. It also came with, and I'm dropping everything here. Can't hold it all. Not like it's a lot, but just came with like some sticker sheets, Binding of Isaac sticker sheets with some of the characters. But the coolest thing for me for this particular thing is the instruction booklet. And if you notice the instruction booklet, it is like a homage to the Legend of Zelda. I mean, it's gold and it has the you know, the control pad, and the writing is in red, which is the way that the Legend of Zelda was when that came out on the NES. So that's really cool, and I miss games that have instruction booklets. I really do. But I plan on streaming this game at some point, either today or this weekend, because I've had so much fun playing this game, and it's so challenging. It's so tough to get through because, you know, everything changes. You never know what you're gonna get, what power-ups you're gonna get. Sometimes you get power-ups and you can like just push through some of the rooms, and then sometimes you don't get anything, which makes it even tougher. So right now, Zelda is my main game, and this has easily become my second game. And I can't wait to, you know, dig into this some more when I have some more time. So those are my pickups for this week Already have my pickup set up for next week also. Got some really cool things to show you. Once again, this is NTCertified. Thank you for watching. Of course, I always appreciated all the love and support that you give me. If you like this video, please like below, comment below, share it with your friends, add it to a playlist. Whatever you want to do, it's fine with me. Follow me on Twitter. I'm also on Twitch, although I don't stream much on Twitch. I'm usually on YouTube Live. So, thanks. Peace.